voice inside you whisper, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a place of somebody who needs you.
Good morning, Storm. Here's your good morning crew with the Storm Quarantine Happy Show. Hey, everybody. So good to see you here today. It's Berg along with your amazing ASB officers. We're so excited to be here in quarantine, reaching out to the Storm family. We got a lot to cover. We got an amazing guest with a lot of good information. So let's get right to it. Let's start it out with some shout-outs. So right now, let's do some shout-outs. Hey, real quickly. Miss Campbell, she has a special shout out to her RPG club. She says, I miss you all and hope you're finding ways to run campaigns and have adventures online. So shout out RPG from Miss Campbell. She misses you. We miss you guys. We're excited to be back in the building in the fall and watch you guys play and have some fun in person. Cool. Let's do some other shout outs around the way. Hey, Thomas, why don't you start us off with a shout out?
I have a shout out to everybody in the World Languages Department. I just want to thank you for working on getting all our classes online, and to all the students who are keeping up their learning with Duolingo and learning other languages and just keeping busy in these times.
I'm going to say bien to that. That sounds amazing. So, all right, Marley, rolling her eyes at me right now. What do you got for a shout out, Marley?
I want to shout out Miss Marshall. She's been working really hard to make our yearbook happen this year.
She's an amazing job. So again, in case you're wondering, yearbooks are happening. So yeah, definitely a big shout out there. Christina, what do you got for a shout out today?
Yeah, my shout out just goes to the QSA Club and knowing that the Pride Parade has been canceled, which is very sad, but no, I'm very hopeful and excited to see what QSA has in store this upcoming year.
Really, hey, thanks for that message. Really love that. Love our QSA. Hey, Ian, what do you got for a shout out today?
Yeah, I wanted to shout out my grandma, actually, because she has been working hard at home sewing, and she's been making homemade surgical caps out of fabric and donating them to nurses at the hospital to try and prevent the spread of more germs.
Oh, Ian's grandma with the shout out. I love it. Hey, thank you, Ian's grandma, for that. Yeah, definitely. It's some storm love coming at you. Hey, remember, we want to hear your shout outs, and you can hear it there for anybody and everybody, there for students, there for staff, there for family members. What's your shout out? Send it to us, jason.bergman@bellinghamschools.org, and we'll get your shout out on the air and give some love to someone out there in the Storm family. Hey, speaking of sending out some love, let's do our April birthdays up to date. So Ian, take us away with our April birthdays.
Yeah, April 15th, happy birthday to Katharina, Irina, Trevor, Hazel, and Ty. And today, no Storm birthdays, unfortunately, but happy birthday to the Pope, Chance the Rapper, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow, that is a very diverse group there. Thank you, Ian, for that birthday shout out there. Hey, speaking of some cool things that are going on and some cool shout outs, let's shout out, as always, our student store, get some recognition. And Thomas, what do you got there again to remind us what's happening in the student store?
Yeah, so I have a special announcement from McKenna Fowler, BY, and everyone who's in the marketing class. So this is a special announcement from the student store. Happening right now is a fun competition for those part of Squawking clubs. Submit a design for your club, have others vote on it, and winners will be sold in the store. Submissions are accepted until Sunday, April 19th, and voting will happen from the 19th to the 24th. Winners will get a complimentary shirt and be part of a promotional ad. Have fun and get creative.
We're awesome. So if you got that t-shirt logo, make sure you're getting those sent in. We love that's a really fun competition. Hey, speaking of some fun, fitness is fun, and that's our special guest star. Last time was Miss Fraser talking about fitness bingo. Get another reminder again, Christina, what's going on with that bingo fitness challenge?
Yeah, just a great reminder to go out and just do small things. It's a challenge for everyone. To receive a bingo, you just need to take a screenshot or take a video of each activity or challenge that you complete, and you can share through email to Fraser and just completing a row of bingo. And there's so many fun activities that you can do, even checking off one that is get a good good night's sleep of 8 hours.
That's one of my favorite ones right there. Yeah, so remember that's erin.fraser at bellinghamschools.org. You can go ahead and get your bingo board and get that completed. We're excited to see those. We want to feature some of those videos and pictures and completed bingo boards on future shows. We thank Ms. Fraser for coming on last week as our special staff guest star. We got a special one today, and that is the Brown Bear himself. Here is Mr. Brown. Hey, we are so excited to have the one, the only, it's the Brown Bear, Mr. Patrick Brown. Give it up for Mr. Brown.
Hey, what's up, Storm family? Storm family. Thanks
So
for having
cool
me,
to have
guys.
Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, how you doing out there?
Doing really well. I miss you guys, but there's a lot going on.
Hey, we know there's a lot to go on. We've got a lot of questions for you. So let's start off with Thomas. What do you got for the Brown Bear?
Hey, Mr. Brown, I was just wondering, do we have a
Thomas.
Senate meeting coming up in the future?
Great question, Thomas. We will be holding a Zoom ASB Senate meeting on Tuesday, April 21st at 3 p.m. Our executive ASB officers will be sending class officers and committee chairs a link to attend this meeting. If you have a topic that you would like to add to our agenda, please email me at patrick.brown@bellinghamschools.org. One of the agenda items that we will be talking about are ASB elections. We will be holding ASB executive officer elections online. Our goal is to have those officers in place before the end of the school year. We will have online candidate videos for you to view, and we will have online voting. A link for voting will be sent to your school email, and we will hold class officer elections in the fall.
Really good info, really good info. Cool. Hey, Marley, what have you got for Mr. Brown?
Hey, Mr. Brown,
Hey, Marley.
what's going on with senior recognition?
Great question. I've had a lot of questions about that as well. So we are working on a plan to recognize and celebrate our seniors involved in both the athletics and performing arts, and specifically for our spring athletes and everybody in the performing arts. Many of you have heard that schools around the state are participating in something called Be the Light ceremony this Friday. The Bellingham School District will be sponsoring this event, but at a later date. We want to honor the stay-at-home order and ensure the safety of our kids in our community. So all three Bellingham high schools will hold the Be the Light ceremony on the same date, but that will be announced later. Also, we are working on a plan to honor our seniors in the performing arts. I've had discussions with Ms. Riley, and we will be working with Ms. Marshall and Mr. Parker on a plan to honor and celebrate our seniors in the performing arts. Stay tuned for more info on that also. The last thing would be for our college-bound athletes and National Signing Day. I'm also working on a plan to recognize our student athletes that will be participating in athletics at the collegiate level. I'll be working with our head coaches to gather the names of our athletes and the schools where they will be competing next year. After I gather all that info, I'll be putting together a presentation that we roll out before the end of the school year.
That is perfect. You are one busy guy. A lot of good information there.
A lot going on.
For our amazing, amazing seniors. Really good. Hey, Ian, what do you got for the Brown Bear?
Yeah, Mr. Brown, I've heard a lot of people are asking questions about cheer tryouts, and I was just wondering, what are those going to look like this year?
Great question. We are currently working on a district-wide plan to hold online cheer tryouts before the end of the school year. The three high school ADs and the cheer coaches from Bellingham, Seaholm, and Squalicum will be meeting on Zoom later today to start planning and working on the details of an online cheer tryout. Stay tuned for more info on that as well.
Awesome.
Really good info. Thanks, Ian, for that question. Thanks for that answer, Mr. Brown. Hey, finally, Christina, what have you got for Mr. Brown?
Yeah, we've been seeing lots of pictures, and we were just wondering, what are some of the updates that are happening with our new fields?
Another great question. With all this good weather, our new field construction is moving along pretty well now. The softball and baseball fields are taking shape, and construction on the upper soccer multi-purpose field will begin soon. I attend weekly Zoom construction meetings, and at the last check, all fields will be ready for use in the fall. On a side note, due to the COVID-19 outbreak, all of our school facilities are closed until further notice. That includes our tennis courts and our track and lower multi-purpose field. The gates to those facilities have been locked and barriers put up to shut down access. Please do not go through or around those barriers or hop the fence to gain access. We want to make sure that people are staying safe and respecting social distancing guidelines.
Really good. Thanks for taking care of the safety of our students in our community. Appreciate
Absolutely.
that message. Hey, finally, Mr. Brown, anything else, things you're up to besides all of these amazing activities and coordination you're doing? What else is going on in your world?
Well, I'm playing a lot of ping pong, doing some reading, trying to exercise a little bit. And my daughters have decided that since I can't get to the barber, they're going to shave my head and then maybe color it. So we'll see. I might have purple hair the next time you see me. Who knows?
Watch out for the dog flippers. That's my free advice. So, hey, finally, ways you're communicating with the Storm family out there besides this great interview.
Excellent question. Thanks for asking. I started a Storm Activities, one word, Storm Activities Instagram page, and I'm posting updates and I have a thing called Operation Flashback on there where I'm trying to recognize events that have happened over the course of the year. So yeah, check out Storm Activities on Instagram.
Very good. Hey, lots of good information. Again, check out that site. Let's give it up for the Brown Bears.
Thanks, guys.
So good having you here. We love it. So have a great day, Mr. Brown. We appreciate you coming on. And
thanks for all your hard work.
Soon. All right.
Take care.
Thanks, Mr. Brown. We'll see you. Take care. Oh, cool. Hey, thank you, Mr. Brown, for coming on. Such amazing information. Again, check out his site, and you can get a chance to get caught up on all the great things that are going on with ASB, with classes, with senior recognition, and more. Thanks again, Mr. Brown, for doing that. Hey, let's go ahead and jump on there. And besides talking about the idea of having staff on there, we would love to see you students make an appearance here on the show. These amazing ASB students would love to have you in your home studio as part of the Storm Quarantine Happy Show, talking about what you're up to, what you're passionate about, what are you doing to fill your time, any cool projects, things that you're doing. So contact me, jason.bergman@bellinghamschools.org, and we could feature your story on the next show. So we'll be looking for those starting next week. We want to have them continue on for the rest of the year. So again, if you are a student that's doing something cool, has a cool thing to share, just to share, anything at all, send it my way and we'll put you on one of the next episodes of the Storm Quarantine Happy Show. Awesome. Hey, speaking of school, let's send it over to Thomas with our quick school check-in. Thomas, take it away.
Just another reminder to keep on checking your emails for updates from teachers. And on next Monday, April 20th, schoolwork is going to start being required. So make sure to keep on getting it in.
All right, really good information. Thank you so much. Hey, we're hearing some great things, at least good information about the pandemic and maybe some bright spots in the future. And that's because people are taking care of themselves. And let's get our weekly reminder from Marley and some health info. Marley, take it away.
Hey guys, just another reminder to practice social distancing. Stay 6 feet away from everybody and stay home as much as you can. The virus can last on surfaces for up to 72 hours. Make sure to keep your mental health in check.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for that, Marley. Hey, let's send it over to Christina as another great reminder what the district's doing with our food box services. Christina.
Yeah, once again, if you know someone who needs, or you are someone who needs a food box available, there are a bunch of various pickup locations around town, or you can check out bellinghamschools.org/about/department/resources.
Thank you so much. Really important. Make sure you're taking care of your body, and that's great. The district's helping out with that food service. Hey, let's get to some newer information. Let's send it back to Thomas. Thomas, what do you know about the choir?
Hey Storm, every March the SQHS choir program auditions for the next year's chamber choirs. This is the Storm Singers and Valkyrie Voices choirs. With all the craziness of school closing, we didn't get a chance to hold our auditions. And so now we are wanting to reach out and find some of you amazing, talented singers. If you are interested in being part of the Storm Singers or Valkyrie Voices for the 2020 to 2021 school year, please send a quick email to Mr. Parker for more information or to set up a virtual audition time.
Love it. Thanks for that message. And thank you, Mr. Parker, for all the great work you're doing. If you haven't seen Parker's amazing video, look for that one online. It's pretty special. It's on the school website. Really cool. And we're excited to see those future choir members showing up there. Hey, I've got a quick and new announcement. If you are one of the people who signed up to be a Link mentor for next year, we are bringing interviews back online again. And so Link interviews will be taking place. We had we're getting a record number of applications before we left for our quarantine, and we're ready to pick up those interviews again, which are now online. In case you have not been getting the information, you want to make sure that you text at 2020 Link and the letter C. So that's at 2020 LINKC, and you're going to text that to 81010 to be right here on the bottom, and we'll make sure that you are getting lined up for your Zoom interview. And we want to find out who our amazing Link mentors will be to help welcome the class of 2024 to the Storm family in the fall. Hey, again, it always lifts my spirits. I know it lifts your spirits. So let's head over to Ian and your joke of the day.
So, yeah, why did the school kids eat their homework?
Why?
I don't know.
Their teacher said it was a piece of cake.
Yes. Always a great one. So, hey, everybody, we miss you. We love you. This has been your Storm Quarantine Happy Show. Make sure you're checking out all of that good information that's online. Keep sending that information to jason.bergman@bellinghamschools.org. We will get your information on. We miss you all. Have a great day, Storm. Bergie and ASB out.